I'm currently in my favorite cafe here in BGC in Bonaficio Global City in Manila, called San Luis. It's on the high street. It's like this. They serve really good beef brisket, which I just ordered. Just takes a good time and good coffee, good internet, great place. That's the Australian beef brisket here. Really good. With tomato, carrots, a little bit of broccoli. Not a fan of broccoli, but it could be worse, you know. Currently I'm at BGC High Street. It's probably the most famous spot here in BGC with a lot of shops, cafes, stores, so I want to give you some impressions of it, walking. Spa here. And the huge difference between like BGC or Makati or other districts, I mean there are some spots in Makati, but here everything is still very clean, everything is new, a lot of plants, air is way better, you can actually breathe. Obviously not as good as someone as spoiled somebody living closer to the Alps in Bavaria, but still air is very good. Everything is completely new. A lot of office buildings. They call it Little Singapore for a reason. It's just a district, but very expensive also to rent and live here. And Manila is currently the most expensive city in Southeast Asia, excluding Singapore obviously. 43% more expensive than Bangkok, if I remember correctly. But yeah, a lot of parks and everything. Udon. Here are some apartments, popular area, and we're still on High Street, but closing to a section called Market, with a mall where more locals go shopping. It's a cheaper mall with good deals there. Ramen. A lot of Japanese restaurants here. Here is a whiskey bar. They do whiskey tastings. Pretty nice. Mary Grace Cafe, very popular joint here. They, to be honest, they should expand because their dishes and selections would work in Europe as well. Good coffee, good food and cakes. This is a ube cake. Kind of my favorite dessert here because it's still based on natural ingredients, basically a sweet potato but just sweeter. And I'll do around like this. Just went around the crossing. This is the market area. Malls. A lot of these places have their security with guns. Sometimes shotguns or machine guns. What I've heard, they don't even have ammunition. It's just deterrence kinda, but who knows. And here is the main entrance of the mall and some little shops here. Flowers, a lot of stores. And I'm trying to find a hat because the sun is so strong here, especially if you're bald like me. It's sunburn time. So in this mall you have a lot of local stores also, but cheaper products. I'm not really seeing a hat store yet. Oh look. Over there is, in this direction, is basically nothing. So not really worth going. Yeah, a lot of stores here. There's another mall, Esamora, with IMAX Cinema. The area we're walking towards to now is called Serendra. It's a very popular condo or apartment or building with apartments. A lot of foreigners move in there, so when you ask real estate agents, they often suggest you to check out Serendra. The pricing, as far as I know, starts at around 30,000. I haven't seen anything cheaper. There might be for rent, for a monthly rent. And that's around 500 euros per month. Up and down a little bit, obviously, depending on how strong the peso or euro is. and I'll show you a little bit of the building from outside. You cannot enter. Here's a nice liquor store. Super cheap Japanese whiskey, if I remember correctly. So I'm always stopping to record when I cross. Yeah, you never know what looks you kind of get if you do something like that. This is a building I was talking about. They have multiple buildings in the same complex. This is A, B, C, D, I think. Haven't checked it out yet myself, but from what I've heard, first of all, very strict. A lot of security, which is great. And in Asian countries so far, like especially in some buildings, they always have their own security or multiple security guards. And they will always ask any visitor for their ID, so you do a check-in. In Colombia, it's even as crazy that when you get in a taxi, the security guards write down the taxi number in case of kidnappings and stuff like this. So, very interesting. So you see, this is 2 Serendra, it's called. They cannot film much here, basically. We're doing our round trip, showing you the other side of High Street. What I've realized is here they have insane amounts of bakeries, coffee shops, and restaurants, and Filipino cuisine is more fat-based, I would say, even though I'll say it's rice. But yeah, if they like pork sisig, for example, is like super fatty. In general, I feel like it's a very fat-rich cuisine, but we'll see. I haven't tried everything. And something really nice here in BGC, as you can hear, it's a lot of dogs here. Very walkable. So there are even dog parks and stuff like that, which is very nice. And they treat their dogs here like puppies, not like puppies, like babies. A lot of them drive them around in baby wagons and stuff like this. So very animal friendly, which is nice. A lot of cats that get treated well here, even outside. Some with missing tails, which is really, really heartbreaking. But yeah, what can you do? That's the sign for High Street. I would still say that this part belongs to it, but officially it starts here. Check if they have an ad. Too expensive, because I forgot mine. Italiani's is an Italian restaurant here, always decent actually. But one big thing here, you cannot find margarita pizza. Not really. It's they just like a lot of extras. Here is Healthy Options. It's a supplement store. They have a lot of stuff, but super overpriced. So far, I think from stores, it's very difficult to find supplements that are, let's say, worth the money you spend. Compared to like in Europe or US, you can get a lot of good supplements very, very cheap. Here, not so much. But online, I haven't checked yet. But as a comparison, you pay more than in Germany for protein powder, and they obviously have a lower salary, so it doesn't make any sense, kind of. House. American Express building, Shangri-La Hotel. There's a lot of restaurants here now. Over there is a mango tree. And San Luis, the place I had my coffee and lunch. Another Mary Grace, but I'm walking on this side now, and later on the other side. But now it's very difficult to film everything because it's multiple layers, obviously. But as you can see, like really nice, green, pretty place. Still getting used to recording. One of the most unprofessional YouTubers forgets his microphone and just holds his phone in the hand. No camera, nothing. But yeah, starting and then getting better at it step by step. Like often when traveling and after traveling, I regret, so do many of my friends, for not recording more, because you always experience some really cool stuff and want to share it, or at least keep memorizing it, and this helps somewhat to tell your stories. There's another cinema here and a Shake Shack and so on. Adidas store. But basically this whole area, even left and right, is a site. Like Ascot here, Infor. They have a coffee place here called Because Coffee, that's really nice. Been there recently also. Stock market, a lot of places. Here it's a place called The Fort. They have a new nightclub here called BSK and some other like venues, but this is for another video. Like everything automatic in that one. It's another mall with a lot of restaurants. They have a fitness first here also, many gyms. Over there is a hotel, and they used to have a famous speakeasy, or you shouldn't call it famous, but it was a multiple layered speakeasy. So you went in and you had an American diner, and behind the American diner was a bar, and in that bar on one toilet you could enter another bar, and obviously they have different flavored cocktails and stuff like that. They closed it, now they still have it, but the bars are different. I've been there once only and I didn't like it as much. Still very good and cool for like a bar tour here, like especially speakeasy bar tour, but not as good as it was before. Over there is a German restaurant, roadside, like bread time, if you translate it. Here they have the famous M Bakery from New York with they're very famous for the banana pudding basically. And here are the more pricier restaurants also. In general, it's not cheap here at all. Kind of like you can buy premium here and you pay for it. It's a Wolfgang Steakhouse. Like even if in a regular steakhouse, the steak wasn't even good, because like it's very difficult to find really good beef because it has to be imported, I feel, and you pay, I don't know, the price of a Wagyu in Tokyo, for example, or like a really expensive organic steak in Germany, for example. Here's Shangri-La at the Fort. Really good restaurants in here, and there's also a speakeasy bar, I think called the Back Room, but I'll try to record this as well because they have so many cool bars. It's one of my favorite things about the Philippines is their drinking culture. I think they have the best bar scene, and this is like a mine museum. A lot of interesting stuff here. Well, as I said, in theory the high street ended at the Mine Museum, but I think this also somewhat belongs to it, and it's a whole nother area. I think it's Burgos Circle, because there's Burgos Drive, which is the red light district. There's Burgos Circle, which is here in BGC. Red light district is in Makati, but obviously a lot of other districts have that as well. Just the most famous one. It's not really like a red light district. It's like you can say it's more a red light entertainment area. But anyway, this is Burgos Circle. Also an area where a lot of people take their dogs to walk, and I'll show you in a second. It's like also a lot of restaurants and cool places here. Yeah, it's Burgos Circle. It's also a very, very popular area. It has currently probably the best pre-gaming or drinking spot, or like in this area called Dr. Wine in BGC. There's also a Dr. Wine Makati where they have a rooftop, but here it's very, very popular, and a lot of foreigners visit this place. Not cheap, but you get good stuff. They had a chicken liver pate that was amazing. Here you also have a lot of coffee places and so on. So basically down this street will be the Dr. Wine and many other places like Tipsy Bar and so on, malls. Here it's just a lot of coffee places, and here people take their dogs to walk. You can see. I really like the UCC clockwork chain. I think it's a Japanese one, because they offer different kinds of brewing methods, so AeroPress, siphon, so forth. So if you want to try and check the difference for certain beans, obviously like brewing methods depend, quality, some are filtered, some are unfiltered, but yeah, this is basically it. I'll walk back after this and show you the other part. Just in general, nice area. This is a nice bar also. This is the place with the bar. So I'm not sure where the entrance was, but there are, I think, like 3 bars. Hello. I think there are like 3 bars in there right now. they have a couple of really nice speakeasies in BGC. And if you are going out here on a Friday or Saturday, you should definitely do like a little bar tour and check out some of these BGC speakeasies. And you can also do the same in Makati. It's very difficult to do all of them in one night, even if you try very early. So a good challenge, I guess. But yeah. This is the opposite side with Shake Shack. Good little cardio session to do one round here, get a coffee somewhere, relax, get some sun, listen to a podcast, something like that. This is a bar here, Coconut Club. Japanese. Hi. This is the cafe. After lunch, and everybody goes back to work. It's super empty here. I'm heading to a therapy session right now. Recommended therapist Rivero. Just checking it out, but the 1 hour treatment here is around 25 euros, so 1,500 pesos for 1 hour, which is really good because I have issues with my neck at the moment, and I know the cause. I found a therapist in Germany that can help, so just looking for some trigger point release therapy or something like that helps me with the pain, but we'll see. Gym here with a therapy session as well. Kind of cool. Upstairs. This is the opposite side of Surrendra. Heading to the therapy at the moment. You can't see much, but a lot of buildings. They have a nice pool apparently. The gym looked good from what I've seen, but probably also different gyms for different buildings. Over there is south of Market. They have also some condos that are pretty decently priced, I would say. And we're going left now for Zamora. And in Zamora there's the therapy, so we'll see if it helps.